Looksmaxxing is destroying this generation. However, it's gotten to a point where people are doing things such as bone smashing, literally punching themselves in the face to get more aesthetic facial features. That's crazy.
Dear men, listen closely. If you want to attract a woman with a hammer, use it to put up a shelf, hang up a picture, build something. You don't hit yourself in the face with one. The latest trend to sweep the nation is called looksmaxxing. It's men, mostly teenagers, guys in their 20s. They have decided that the key to attracting women, no, they're seriously claiming that they want women. Are you sure you like women?
How is it gay or feminine if I'm doing something that's gonna make me pull more?
How do you improve your eyebrows?
Use what's called a microbrow pencil.
They have decided that the key to attracting women is to optimize their appearance, not their personality, not their bank account, not their capabilities, their looks. And the guy that's the face of this movement is called Clavicular. According to my research, this guy has been taking anabolic steroids since he was 14 years old.
Right, and you said actually that you started steroids at 14 years old, right?
Correct.
But if they were as smart as you, they could actually do it and it would be beneficial.
Arguably so.
It gets better. Hitting himself in the face with a hammer so that he could create a chiseled look and crystal meth to suppress his appetite and stay thin. And he's had quite a week. So apparently very recently, this guy was carried out of a Miami nightclub on a stretcher during a live stream. And apparently he had 2 YouTube channels, both of which were just banned. It's not looking too good for Mr. Clavicular, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna believe this. Are you sitting down? This guy's earning $100,000 a month, teaching boys, young men, how to ascend. I'm in the wrong business.
Looks are not going to save your fucking life, bro. Like, you have to have things beyond that.
I don't know how we got to the conclusion that if a man is not able to get the women he wants, if it's women that he's actually into, because to see men be this obsessed with what they look like, to me, it's giving the closet is made of glass.
One of the most destructive parts of this looksmaxxing thing for men is it's actually distracting them from the things that are actually important, that men should care about, that women care about when it comes to men.
And instead of them asking themselves, oh, maybe I don't have anything interesting to say, I'm not where I need to be in my career, or I can't hold down a job, I should go to the dentist and get a cleaning, maybe I should go to the gym. Instead, they're thinking like, no, it's got to be like what I look like. And then they fall down these rabbit holes. And these are very time-consuming activities that could definitely be better used, I don't know, building a company, getting a job.
Men's Glow Up Tip 26. To achieve better, more commanding posture, start doing 20 chin tucks every single day. I just do it first thing in the morning when I'm in the shower. This will help eliminate that nerd neck that you've developed over years of slouching over a computer, playing video games, or doing homework or whatever.
They're pressing their tongue to the roof of their mouth for hours trying to reshape their jaw. It's called mewing, by the way.
The most basic lookmaxxing method is mewing. You rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth all day, every day.
I'm going to say something because they're saying that orthodontists are saying there's no evidence behind this. I disagree. I think there's definitely a lot of truth behind how you place your tongue in your mouth and breathing through your nose versus your mouth. I've had not one but two, so I've done a little looksmaxxing, I guess. I've had not one but 2 rhinoplasties, and the second one was actually done much better and really properly addressed my deviated septum. So it improved my breathing. And over a little bit of time, people were saying, because I was doing YouTube videos, like makeup tutorials, whatever, I would see in the comments, people were claiming that like I had so much other work done besides my nose. And they were like, because this looks different and that looks different. And I would look at myself and I would be like, I do, like, they are right. Like, parts of my face do look different than they used to. Not by a whole lot, but they do look a bit different. When I heard about like the difference that your tongue placement and breathing through your nose versus your mouth, how it can impact your facial structure, I put 2 and 2 together and I was like, it must be because of doing the rhinoplasty and addressing the deviated septum, that because I was now able to breathe through my nose a lot more comfortably, I did notice a change in the rest of my face. So I believe personally that there is truth to this. So the orthodontist can...
They talk about very experimental things like experimental pills and syringes of stuff they put in their body. Some of them even get like bone lengthening surgery for what they call height maxing.
They're also doing leg lengthening surgery where they break your legs and slowly separate the bones over months so that they can regrow longer. Have you tried standing on your bank account? Do you really think that a woman is going to want to come home to a guy prettier than a woman? If you're a straight man, your job is to not be prettier than a woman. Do you know what women want? It's very simple. Get your money up. This is not the economy where we care to have a pretty boy next to us. This is the economy where we care about Are you capable? Are you resourceful? Are you ambitious? Are you helpful? Women don't really care too much about what a man looks like, especially not in this economy. I'm not going to tell you that looks don't matter. Looks matter. It can impact basically every area of your life. But if you are going to come across to the point that you are so insane that what's going on up here, like if you're not right up here, it doesn't matter what you look like. Whether you're a man or a woman, if you are hyperfixating on just about anything, but especially if you're sitting there hyperfixating on the way that you look, that does not come across as mentally stable. And mental instability is not attractive. Truly crazy people don't know that they're crazy. That's the problem. Women aren't immune to this very strange Looksmaxxing situation.
Word on the street is baddies are going to bed looking like this now.
The morning shed routine, like girls going to sleep with 101 contraptions on themselves, tape over their mouths, things over their heads, masks and castor oil patches, and they're dripping in oil and they look absolutely mental. Like, can you picture, like, if I was a guy and, you know, I'm getting together with a girl, you know, and we're going to spend the night together, you know, and she comes into the room looking like what some of these girls are promoting on the internet and saying like, this is perfectly normal and fine. This is not normal. Have a skincare routine. You could go to sleep with your hair a little, you know, maybe in some braids and stuff if you want to do some heatless curls, whatever. Like, try to make it cute. Don't look like a lunatic. I would be frightened. Nobody wants to see how the sausage is made. They don't need to know everything that you do to yourself. I'm a big believer in there should be some mystery. Yes, taking care of yourself is an attractive trait. You do want to show that you respect yourself. There's a very fine line between self-care and an obsessive, compulsive anxiety disorder that's centered around the way that you look. It's not talked about enough, but like when you do, let's say you have a plastic surgery procedure or you fix something, like you fix one thing, what ends up happening is you start to notice any other little thing that might need to be fixed. I think it's very easy to fall into the trap of then looking at, okay, so what else needs to be done? Like, I got that out of the way, what else? And then you can end up doing way more than you ever should have. Like, what is going on that guys are taking hammers to the face to break their bones? You'd be better off joining a fight club. Like, at least that's dumb, but it's the more masculine thing to do. Whatever happened to guys just going to the gym, getting a tan, you know, finding a cologne that they like, and you know, just going out and talking to people? What happened to that? I mean, if they're able to put so much time, energy, attention, and focus into something, even something like this, that could be put to so much more productive and better use that can actually get them the results that they really want. And help them to really improve their lives. I feel like there's a lot of men on social media who are leading each other astray, just like there's a lot of women who are leading each other astray, especially on social media, because people find themselves in these like echo chambers, and unfortunately like the really polarizing and extreme views tend to get the most clicks, the most engagement, build the strongest communities, but it does such a disservice to humanity.